everyone, I am Stephanie Boncales Manasio and I will be reporting the impact of ICT in the society. So I have here, before we delve into our topic, I have here one question. So, do you believe that the ICT gives an impact to our society? Yes or no? So if your answer is yes, you're correct. Because ICT gives impact in our society, whether positive or negative impact. So first, let's talk about the positive impacts of ICT. So I have here a rebus problem, and can you guess the first rebus problem? Yes, that means is access to information. So access to information is one of the positive impacts of ICT because first, it increases the access of info and services that is accompanied by the growth of internet, which means the rise of internet has made it easier for people to access a wide variety of information resources that are limited to physical libraries or specific regions, which are now available online. So it provides instant access to global knowledge. Next is the access or better, cheaper communication such as VoIP phone and instant messaging. So VoIP or voice over internet protocols allow you to make phone calls over the internet. This technology reduces the communication costs by eliminating the need for traditional phone lines, making it easier and more affordable to connect with others globally via apps like Skype or Zoom. So, what is VoIP? So, in broader, VoIP phone is a phone that allows you to make calls over the week using VoIP technology. So there's a variety of ways to access that VoIP technology. So you can use just about any internet-enabled device with the software or app to be make VoIP calls. So the VoIP is a technology that allows you to make voice calls using broadband internet connection instead of a regular for analog or phone line. I have here the next Robert's problem. So can you guess it? So yes, you're correct. It improves the access to education. So this is one of the positive impacts also because first it can be distance learning or online tutoring. So the rise of e-learning platforms that enable students to attend classes regardless of geographic location. So this means that this is very particularly useful for individuals who cannot physically attend schools due to various reasons, like Coursera or Khan Academy, which have made knowledge accessible to all, which offers those online classes, and also new ways of learning by giving interactive multimedia and virtual reality. So, educational methods are evolving with interactive multimedia, making the learning more engaging and efficient. So, the immersive learning experiences, such as the virtual tours or scientific installation, enhance the comprehension and retention of the students. The next impact is the new tools and new opportunities. So, access to new tools and that are not yet existed is very crucial. So because ICT provide access to cutting edge technologies like digital cameras, photo editing software and 3D design tools, these tools gives the rise to new possibilities that exist before. So they can make their new developing app that they can have. So next also is developing technologies such as digital cameras, photo editing and software and more because the advancement of technology creates opportunity for learners to have their creative expressions and problem solving skills developed in fields like digital arts, photography and video production. So coming and the next positive impacts is in the communication because first it gave save money and time. ICT tools like Zoom, messaging apps and emails have revolutionized communication, which means that By eliminating the need for its in-person meetings or long-distance calls, they allow for faster and more efficient communication at a lower cost. So, communicating through Zoom, messaging apps, logs, or emails, there will be global connectivity because people can now collaborate globally without the need of physical travel, enabling more opportunities for international business and learning and societal interaction. So the next positive impacts is in the information management. So first is the data mining customer information to produce lists of targeted advertising. So through ICT, because it can help to the management of information, especially in the business. So ICT has revolutionized marketing, which allows companies to gather more large amount of customers' data. By analyzing this data, business can target their advertising more effectively and ensuring that they react on the right audiences because it is very crucial to the companies and marketers because they can easily define what is their audience, specifically in conducting research for their companies. No, for companies that making vulnerable to their business. So, improved stock control resulting in less wastage and better cash flow. So, ICT also helps in managing the cash flow of the companies or through the business because ICT businesses can now manage their inventory more efficiently because of some apps like also Excel, and also the businesses can now more um, useful because reduce the wastage and improving the cash flow by ensuring products that are always available when needed without overstocking. So this is very particularly in the malls, like the inventory of the products and also the goods which is demanded by the people. So next is the next positive impact is the security. So ICT gives us the um, very efficient security in terms of scrolling and browsing in the social media because ICT solves security problems also which is encryption method that can data safe from unauthorized people while being sent electronically. So ICT solutions like encryption help protect sensitive information when it's from um, when it is transmitted electronically because this means that even if the data is not yet even the data is not very sensitive or the information is not yet very sensitive, ICT gives also security that surely assure that your information is not read by any people. Also, nowadays ICT is not yet very fully gives security because there are so very brilliant people that work in the ICT world that they can also hack your accounts and also the things that your informations have. So it is better to have also use the ICT correctly so that your information is cannot be linked by someone. The next positive is that ICT gives worldwide because ICT allows people to participate wider, even worldwide society. So ICT allows people to engage with broader global community, which means that whether it's through social media, online forums, or international collaborations. This means also that ICT breaks down the geographic barriers and factors that sense of global citizenship. So next is that distance learning. So ICT also gives impact on especially to the distance learning. So it it has the same it has the same more it has the same impact on the access to education, but In the distance learning, students can easily access teaching materials from all over the world. So, convenient place which has gives the learners convenient place and time. So, with the ICT, with the help of ICT, students can access the course materials, learning lecturers, and also their assignments. And students access those materials that they needed, especially in today's the teacher collaboratively wants the students to develop in the ICT world, so which allow them to learn under convenience regardless or time of location. So the ICT also in the distance learnings give the opportunity for students to browse and learn the information by discovering itself, especially in the ICT or in the technological world. The next is the ICT possibilities because this ability to perform impossible experiments by using simulations. So, in scientific world, ICT is very useful because ICT enables simulations that allow researchers and students to perform that be too experimental that would be too expensive, dangerous, or impossible in the real world, such as simulated chemical reactions or conducting a space exploration test. So this is ICT is very helpful to our community. And now let's go to the last positive impact of ICT, which is the creation of new workers. So new works such as system analysis, programmers, software engineers, and help desk operators and trainers are evolving because the growth of ICT has created a variety of new job opportunities such as system analysis, software engineers, programmers, help desk operators, and trainers. So this role supports the ongoing development and maintenance of the digital worlds, which means that in the ICT worlds um, there are more job opportunities that has been open that will be suitable for the improvement of the ICT. And now let's delve into the negative impacts of ICT to the society. So the first negative impact is the job loss. Why? Because first is manual operation replaced by automation. With that, the use of ICT, many traditional manual tasks are now automated by machines or software. So this leads to reduce the need for human workers, particularly in manufacturing and repetitive tasks and industries. And second is robots replacing people because automation through robotics means the tasks once done by people, such as assembly line work, are now completed faster and more efficiently by robots, so leading to job losses in certain sectors. So there are some kinds of companies that prefer to work with robots rather than humans because they think that robots can finish faster than the humans or work immediately rather than the capacity of the human. And now let's delve into the negative impacts of ICT in the society. So first is job loss. So manual operations the, the replaced by automation, which is the rise of ICT. Many traditional manual tasks are now automated by machine or software. So this leads to reduced need for human workers, which is particularly in manufacturer and repetitive task industries. So next is that robot replacing people. So there are some companies that the automation through robotics means that tasks once done by people. Such assembly line work are new completed faster and more efficiently by robots. So leading to job losses in certain sectors. And next is also job export. Companies can outsource jobs to other countries where labor is cheaper due to the ability to manage operations remotely. So the using of ICT, there are further contributing to job loss in local markets, and also in the businesses. Next is that second negative impact is it reduces personal interaction. So having the technology today is others is feel or have the feeling of isolation because heavy resilience on digital communication can make people feel isolated as they miss out on face-to-face interactions and leading to emotional detachments and loneliness. And also, exposing to the technology is people can feel unhappy or decrease emotional connection relationships, which may suffer due to the lack of in-person interactions. So, digital communication often lack the emotional depth and nonverbal communications, which nonverbal cues that are vital to human connections. And lastly, the dependence on digital communications, people may become overly depends on texting, email, or communicating online and doesn't have the energy to have more communication with your friends and love with their friends, families, and loved ones to have the more communication effectively and happier. So this means that it reduces the quality of personal interactions and human connections with them. The next negative impact of ICT is it reduces physical activities. So, having reduction in physical activities may cause health problems such as obesity, heart pressures, diabetes, and spending long hours using ICT devices like computers and smartphones often leads to a sedentary lifestyle, increasing the risk of their health problems such as those mentions. And because of that, due to lack of physical exercises, it not can only lead to that kind of health problems, but also you can feel eye strain. So you can have the effect of having blurred vision because of exposing too much time or too much hours in technology, which is prolonged screen time and can cause digital eye strains leading to blurred visions and also the headaches and long-term eye health issues such as worsening eyesight. And the next negative impact is the cost because um, and living in the technology is not that cheaper because technology is evolving time to time and developing in more useful features and those are those makes the ICT expensive and the hardware and software also makes it expensive and the cost of buying the and maintaining ICT devices and software can be highly and especially for businesses that used to invest in advanced technology to stay competitive. So and the learners also they are in the elementary they are also equipped by cell phones and in the high school they are already equipped cell phones and tab or maybe tablets and also in college as they are more efficient in using laptops because it's very useful in their studies. And next is in the staff and the money because it requires to operate technology and managing complex ICT systems often requires specialized staff, training, and continuous investments, which can be expensive for companies and organizations. So, for those having the business of technology, so usually you hire the staff that is very suitable and have more knowledge in terms of technological problems. And next is challenges in keeping updated. So, as technological evolves rapidly, staying up to date with the latest ICT advancements can be both costly and time consuming. So, it creates a constant financial burden for businesses. And the last negative impact is the competition because technology is having competitions among technological brands and companies, especially in the tech industry, are constantly competing to produce the best products, which can lead to pricing wars and also higher marketing costs and pressure to innovate faster than competitors. So like like for example is the Apple brand. So they really evolve, and they really release per year another brand of their phones that has more higher features and more higher developing softwares. And also um and also which can lead to which is also lead to pressure on staff and salary, because in highly competitive industries, companies may cut costs by underpaying staff or requiring them to work longer hours, leading to job dissatisfactions and burnout. So as brands are really trying to have the best product, so they keep pressuring the staff to work well and do his or her job effectively. So next is higher customer demand. So as customer expectation increase due to technological advancement, companies face pressure also continuously improve their products and services, which can lead to higher costs and strain on resources, because time to time and year per years, technological brands really produce and adopt more features and developing more useful technologies in the future. That is all my report, everyone. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye.